and the incredible stories that we bring to life in such unique and innovative ways with the support of our talented cast members. As I'm sure you all know, today resonates as extra magical for us as we celebrate the 31st anniversary of Disneyland Paris. Joyeux anniversaire! Happy anniversary, Disneyland Paris! Now, I know many of you are among our most enthusiastic fans, and some have come from very far to be in this room right now. We're absolutely delighted to be hosting D23 Gold members from all over the world for the very first time, coming all the way from the United States, all corners of Europe, and even Japan and China. There are also many Inside Ears members celebrating the 5th anniversary of this special community today, as well as long-standing Euro Disney Club members and some of our wonderful cast members who help make the magic come to life each and every day. Again, we are so honored to be welcoming you tonight and sharing this time with you. Now, when you think about it, bringing the world together, connecting all generations through the power of storytelling, and creating moments of joy and happiness. This is the very essence of what we do at Disney, and this is what we are deeply passionate about. Since last year, we have been on this extraordinary journey, celebrating 3 decades of magic at Disneyland Paris, and entering a new era where everyone is invited to dream bigger, laugh louder, and smile wider. As you'll get to hear from our Imagineers, entertainment, and other amazing teams in a few short moments, we have not only been focusing on our timeless Disney classics with the refurbishment of iconic attractions and the reimagining of the Disneyland Hotel, but we've also been hard at work to continue to innovate and expand with new attractions, new stories, characters, and adventures. The opening of Marvel Avengers Campus a few months ago marked a tremendous milestone in the ongoing expansion of Walt Disney Studios Park and the overall transformation of Disneyland Paris experience. The attention to detail, the level of artistry and creativity, and the immersive quality of this land allow all inner superheroes to awaken and live out their epic dreams alongside world's mightiest heroes. I don't know if you've had a chance to see our nighttime spectacular Avengers Power the Night just yet, but there again, this is a perfect example of how we use technology to tell stories in such a powerful and mind-blowing way. Talking about technology serving our storytelling, tonight you will get to discover more about our upcoming Pixar show, which is a highly creative and heartfelt story, just as Pixar knows how to do, which will be brought to life through a combination of traditional and innovative stage effects. I can't wait for you to hear more about it. Tonight also marks the much anticipated return of Disney Dreams, a fan favorite nighttime show that guests will get to rediscover. I know that you have been awaiting the return of the show for a long time, and let me tell you, it will be more enthralling than ever with upgraded technology. And we have one additional surprise. Starting tonight, if the weather is on our side, our dazzling and awarded Disney D-Light pre-show will feature extra drone choreographies for an even more spectacular experience to celebrate the grand finale of our 30th anniversary. Ooh. across the resort, whether it comes to attractions, entertainment, food and beverage, merchandise, hotels, landscaping, digital services, anything you can think of, we strive to surprise and delight you every step of the way, to continue to build on our incredible legacy. And as we keep looking to the future, I can tell you that we are only getting started. Now, of course, all this would never have been possible without the vision, creative genius, and unquenchable passion of one man, Walt Disney, who founded this company alongside his brother Roy 100 years ago. As Walt famously once said, Disneyland will never be completed. It will continue to grow as long as there is imagination left in the world. This is deeply anchored in our brand DNA, and we are so proud to carry on his dream. So tonight, I can already share with you that this upcoming October 16th will be very special in our parks to celebrate this incredible anniversary for the Walt Disney Company. Trust me, you're going to want to mark your calendars here. We'll get to share more about it soon, so stay on the lookout. Now, before I hand it over to our ambassadors, I want to welcome onto stage someone that I have known for many years, Michael Vargo, Vice President of D23, that we have the great pleasure to have with us tonight.
The energy in this room is amazing. I am so excited to be here. And as Natasha mentioned, this is the very first time that we have hosted a D23 event at Disneyland Paris. And I want to acknowledge and thank the incredible teams and cast and everyone here at the wonderful theme park for their warm hospitality and for making this an incredible experience for all of us. And I also want to thank all of you here in the audience, our very special Disney fan community. We love what we do, and you are the reason why we do what we do. So thank you so much for being a part of our family here. Now, yes, thank you, all of you. Now, 31 years is pretty incredible here at Disneyland Paris. I also am celebrating my 31st year here at the Walt Disney Company. I started in March of '92 at Disneyland, welcoming guests on Main Street, USA. So thank you for hosting this wonderful party for me and at Disneyland Paris. Amazing.
Congratulations.
So thank you. So it goes without saying, go with me here. Merci et bon anniversaire, Disneyland Paris. Thank you. Oh, I have a special surprise and delight. As Natasha said, we love surprise and delights, right? So we are going to award 3 D23 Gold members to 3 special guests in our room tonight. So without further ado, I think we have some special guests to help us with that.
Thanks, Michael. To everyone in the audience, have fun tonight. I really want to take the time to thank you so much for your passion and loyalty to Disneyland Paris. I know you will be watching the premiere of Disney Dreams on the heels of this dinner, so enjoy and have a magical time. Thank you.
Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Michael. I think we can give them a big round of applause.
Thank you.
We'll see you later. All right, so who's excited for the celebration of the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company here at Disneyland Paris on October 16th? We truly hope to see you all there.
Et puisque nous allons célébrer l'héritage de The Walt Disney Company et que nous sommes quand même au cœur d'un parc Disney, impossible de ne pas évoquer Walt Disney Imagineering.
Absolutely. We couldn't possibly talk about the legacy about our legacy, without mentioning the extraordinary work of our dear Imagineers. For over 70 years, they've been creating the innovative and immersive experiences you all have been able to enjoy at our Disney parks and resorts.
70 ans de créativité, d'innovation et de storytelling, ça se fait, mais ne nous croyez pas sur parole. Croyez-en plutôt les Imagineers eux-mêmes.
Exactly. So now, to give us an update about their latest project, afin de nous faire le point sur le projet à venir, please welcome to the stage Disneyland Paris Portfolio Executive Producer from Walt Disney Imagineering Paris, Robin Reardon.
Hello and welcome. It's so exciting to spend the finale of our 30th anniversary with D23. So welcome all and happy to celebrate with you. So we may be 30 years old, but we are not going to sit around and do nothing. So we have a lot to share with you this evening about what you can expect in the next year. But this year we've had already a busy time. We opened Avengers Campus, which was terrific. And there was another anniversary this year that's been mentioned. Anybody know the anniversary this year? 70th anniversary of Walt Disney Imagineering. Yes, in 1952, as story has it, Walt was sitting on a bench and decided that what we really needed was a place where families could go together and share experiences and have fun. So he pulled together a group of people that he worked with. He pulled together designers and artists, architects, and animators, and challenged them to write stories and to create a place that nobody had ever seen before. And those were the first Imagineers. And for 70 years, Imagineering has been the creative force that drives our guest experience in our resorts and parks. And I think we have a video.
Walt had this idea, and whoever he called in, it was instantaneous. You were supposed to be instantly productive and kind of instant genius.
Walt believed that you could make anything alive, but you had to believe it was alive.
Walt said it. You can design, create, build the most wonderful place in the world, but it takes people to make the dream a reality. So from the very beginning, we built the organization from within. That was true in Disney Imagineering, and it was true in the operating end of the business.
Disneyland is the thing that I can keep molding and shaping. The three-dimensional thing to play with.
Everyone is enthusiastic. It's an optimism. Like, we can do this next, and then we'll do this. Go from one exciting project to the next. Our projects are so complex and so detailed, down to the last bolt.
It's like making magic out of nothing.
We are the people who take care of the stories. We really test our thinking. And then we test it again, and then we test it again, and then we iterate again, and then we iterate again.
We all love working together, working on something that's amazing. It defines who we are.
It's an Imagineering cultural thing when you're on site to build a new family.
Your heart really is in it, and it gets very emotional when you open something that you spent 4 years, of your life in.
The experience that people have when they go to a park, where there's truly a belief that we're the only ones that can do this, is a very, very big deal. It's vital to who we are as a company.
We create three-dimensional stories that people experience, that have emotion and have time and space and tug at you and draw you. And that's totally Walt's. We are the descendants of Walt. We learned it from way back then.
The nuances of why things work are very subtle. The micro adjustments is where the emotion is.
It's not in our nature to do easy things. For us as Imagineers, it's a pride thing.
To capture that lightning in the bottle, it's our mentality. We are going to innovate.
It's fantastic when you see people that don't know what they can do, and then you watch them blossom and create things, and then they're the future Imagineers.
The big dynamic in our lives really is change. Walt doesn't have one foot in the past and one foot in the future.
We really have a unique ability by building on Imagineering's past to shape a future that inspires humanity.
I think that's the whole thing with creativity is, if there's something new to do out there, why don't give it a try?
So, the Paris Imagineers here at the resort have been very busy building the future of Disneyland Paris. And one of those people I want to introduce you to tonight, this is our new art director of Disneyland Park, Walt Disney Studios, and the Disney Village, Keith Rector.
For those that don't know me, my name is Keith Rector, and you can tell from my accent, I'm not originally from Paris. My journey actually started in Southern California, about an hour's drive from Disneyland. And growing up there, my dad was actually a theme park designer. So it seemed a little inevitable that one day I would join the industry. And luckily enough, I joined Walt Disney Imagineering as well. I've been very fortunate in my career with Disney to go around the world. One of the highlights was being an Imagineer in mainland China for Shanghai Disneyland. And then about 5 years ago, I got the privilege to join the Avengers Campus project as a production designer. And I got to take part in turning ideas like the Hulkbuster, the Giant Pindus, Flight Force from ideas into fully realized experiences that you all get to experience today. And being here in Paris and France, I fell in love with this resort and park, and I have the honor to become the art director for this lovely resort at Milan.
And I am thrilled to share the team and the stage with you. He forgot to mention one little section. Keith and I actually met working on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Anaheim. And sometime during that experience, he mentioned to me that one of his dreams was to actually work for Disney in design and show quality. And I think we have made that dream come true.
Thank you.
So, speaking of Star Wars, there was an announcement this weekend.
Yes, we made an exciting announcement this last weekend at Star Wars Celebration. The galaxy continues to expand with new stories, characters, and places. And our iconic attractions, Star Tours, has been taking guests into the heart of Star Wars films. And so we're very excited to present a new adventure at Disneyland Paris coming in 2024.
So you'll have to come back. All of those that traveled for this, you're going to have to come back in 2024 to see what the next adventure is. So we might as well stay in Discovery Land because there's lots happening. And there's another vessel that's about to take off.
Yes, I know all of you are very anxious to board the Nautilus. Our Imagineers have been incredibly busy refurbishing this iconic vessel inside and out, floor to ceiling. And we even took the chance to add a few special details. Like, we noticed there were a few details missing on the knobs of Captain Nemo's organ in the salon. Did you know that the actual organ from the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea film is in the Haunted Mansion ballroom at Disneyland in California? So we actually called up our colleagues in California to make sure we got those details just right, and we're excited to show them to you.
So when our guests board the Nautilus, they will now experience the undersea wonders of the sea. Speaking of the happiest cruise on the earth, well, I guess we weren't speaking of it, but we are now. It's a small world. It has been a guest favorite. It is the iconic attraction of our park. The reminiscent sound that we all recognize of the clock. Well, when we started to refurbish Small World, we realized that we really had to pay attention to every detail. So we dug out the books, we dug into the research, we researched the original fabric, the original paint, we pulled out all the old artwork from the original designers, and to make sure that the refurbishment that we do when we reopen to guests this summer is going to be as spectacular as it was opening day.
This really was a collaboration with our Disneyland Paris Central and Maintenance Workshops. This really happened in collaboration with them. We spent a great deal of time repainting all the faces of the dolls, repairing and restoring all of the props. It really was a collaborative effort with tons of expertise involved. We also modernized the lighting inside and out. We repainted the entire facade. In total, we refreshed about 300 dolls, including animal figures, animated props, and more than 100 toys. It wasn't a small task.
It's a small world. Since its first exposure at World's Fair in 1964, has been a celebration of diversity in the world. And part of that diversity is people with varying abilities. And so when we reopen, there will be new faces in our small world, which is one more step to our commitment to inclusion and making sure that our experiences are relevant for all of our guests. So there's another musician coming to Disneyland Paris.
Yes, there is, and I'm really excited. Today, we're thrilled to announce that Fuente del Oro will soon be run by new hosts and become Casa de Coco, Restaurante de la Familia. This one's really exciting. We're really excited to welcome the Riveras to our park. As you know, Miguel loves music and wants to be a musician someday. After revealing the secret of his family's past, music is now welcome again inside the Rivera's home. Initially, the family business was shoemaking, but they decided to open a restaurant inside their casita. From this rendering here, you see guests will be greeted by a statue of Mariachi Miguel celebrating how proud his familia is of him. 2 rooms have been especially redesigned by the Riveras. We have a music room where you'll be surrounded by all of Miguel's passions, and the familia room where you'll see all of Miguel's family.
So Miguel is making his way to us as we speak, so we're very excited. So throughout our resort, our characters and stories from our entire Disney and studio repertoire makes our experiences, but there are so many more stories and so many characters, and we're always looking for ways to revitalize and to incorporate those new stories, those new characters in ways that are meaningful and will enhance the experience. And one of those opportunities that we found is in a little restaurant rehabilitation that we're doing at Bella Notte, and we found a perfect little place for another character named Luca.
Pizzeria Bella Notte est un de nos restaurants les plus populaires. Il rend hommage à l'Italie de tous ses facettes. Ici, dans cette nouvelle salle, nous avons décidé de rendre hommage au port de mer italien avec une petite touche de Luca de Studio Pizza.
Nous avons surtout pensé aux matériaux typiques de l'Italie, des couleurs très lumineuses, face au soleil, pour créer des ambiances comme dans les films.
Un défi a été celui de lier les deux histoires, sur la partie Belle Amante déjà existante. Et la nouvelle salle, le thème, c'est celui des Lucas. Et ici, du coup, c'est un espace comme un atelier de réparation des bateaux où les marins récupéraient des objets, des éléments qui leur venaient de la mer.
Les artistes de Pixar ont d'ailleurs créé un visuel exclusivement pour cette salle où on voit Luca qui nage dans les eaux devant les côtes.
Arriver à faire sentir toute cette chaleur, toute cette ambiance dans le pays du sud, l'Italie, j'ai adoré mettre tout ça en place avec les personnes qui sont travaillées dans cette ville.
So be sure to stop by, have a little great food, and go visit Luca. So thank you again I'd like to take this moment to thank the team members that aren't here on stage with us who have been working on Small World and worked on Luca and worked on Coco. And so a big hand for the Imagineers that are making the magic every day. Now we're going to go to our other park, Walt Disney Studios, and there's some work happening there that you might have heard about, but let's start in Worlds of Pixar.
Yes, you probably might notice there's something going on over in Walt Disney Studios. There's going to be a new address in Worlds of Pixar. This has been a fun one. We work with Pixar artists to create a brand new location where Pixar pals from all over the studio will greet guests. We've even included Amber and Wade from the new Pixar film Elemental coming this summer.
So be sure to stop by. It's going to be a great place to meet all of your favorite Pixar characters. So probably the biggest news at Walt Disney Studios is the work that's happening behind the Palisades. And we released earlier this year some of the early concept work for some of the beautiful gardens in LA. They're going to be part of the expansion. But we're here to share tonight some more current behind the scenes because there is a lot of work going on behind those Palisades. Frozen Arendelle is going vertical. The lake, well, the lake as a whole, but it's going to be a lake. And so we have a little behind the scenes footage to share with you now.
Well, thank you so much, Robin, and thank you, Keith, for those very exciting updates. We'll see you later. Those were pretty exciting updates, right?
Yeah, very excited updates indeed. Moi, j'ai hâte de vivre tout ce qui va arriver dans le futur de Disneyland Paris. Et je t'avoue, Carmen, que là, je ferais bien une petite pause afin de digérer tout ça.
Yeah, and I know you're a sweet tooth as well, so maybe we're in for a little bit of dessert. Yeah.
Petite pause dessert, une trentaine de minutes, et alors, et après, on se retrouvera pour une suite qui va rappeler les fashionistas.
Oh, wait, okay, so after the break, we're gonna have an update for fashionistas? That's very exciting.
Eh bien, écoutez, à tout à l'heure, see you in 30.
See you in 30 minutes.